Welcome to Talkin Tigers. I'm Rachel Whittaker. Keith Hornsby is the only Tiger basketball player with any NCAA tournament experience. But that'll change Thursday when the Tigers take on NC State. Now from Pittsburgh, joining me is LSU beat writer Randy Rosetta. Hey Randy, how's it in the Steel City?
It's good. I noticed you didn't say cold Pittsburgh, though. I think that adjective needs to be added.
Right, up in that northeast, just can't shake those temperatures. But inside on Thursday, LSU and the NC State Wolfpack will duel, and it seems like the key to beating them is going to be their backcourt, is containing their backcourt that has Ralston Turner in there, the former Tiger, of course. So your thoughts on what it's going to take to win?
I think that is a big key. NC State's a very guard-oriented team. Ralston Turner, Trevor Lacey are their two leading scorers. Trevor Lacey's a kid who played at Alabama for 2 years. So both guys are pretty familiar to SEC and LSU basketball fans. That plays into LSU's hands a little bit, I think, because defensively they've been really good when they've played teams with good guards. They've handled that for the most part. So you switch to the front court. I don't think there's any question that LSU has a decided advantage there with two All-SEC guys in Jarrell Martin and Jordan Mickey. The key is for those guys to stay out of foul trouble and to not try to do too much. All of these guys, except Keith Hornsby, are making their first NCAA tournament appearance, and there's going to be some nerves, and they're going to be a little bit tight. They have to work through that early and just play the way they can, try to play the way they have in their good wins this year and try to avoid what's happened to them in some of their losses.
Right, key good wins. Right, and NC State, we've talked all season about LSU's inconsistency, but NC State has had some of that as well with some marquee wins like beating Duke at home, but then some head scratchers as well. So Randy, who do you think is going to thrive more on the biggest stage?
Well, like I mentioned, LSU doesn't have widespread experience. Keith Hornsby was there for UNC Asheville team that was a big underdog that actually gave top-seeded Syracuse all it wanted a few years ago. So he has that experience. NC State is there for the fourth straight year, and in fact, in Mark Gottfried's first year, they actually went to the Sweet 16. And not just that, the fan base, the expectations, NC State folks are used to being in the NCAA tournament. So they're going to have fans here. They're going to have some support. That doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing for LSU. They've been so good on the road and kind of circled the wagons in hostile environments. That may actually help LSU a little bit. But like I mentioned, they just have to play the way they can play. And I've said this to you on this show before. Mm-hmm. Their first five guys can match up with just about anybody in the country when they play well. It's when one guy's off, they just don't have the depth to absorb when one or two guys is not playing at his best.
Right, if that starting lineup can get it going and set the tone on Thursday night, that's going to be huge against the Wolfpack. And Jordan Mickey, again, you said it, if he can stay out of foul trouble, and he was definitely a little banged up, you could tell, in the SEC tournament, but if he can get it going too, one of the All-SEC guys, that's going to be huge. Thursday night, tip-off around 8:20 at night, and Randy, thanks so much.
All right, Rachel, thanks for having me.
And thank you, as always, for watching Talkin' Tigers. Have a great day.